This is my daughter Sandy and my son David. They were two of the many people that were always at the Mitchell House. One memory that I feel very strongly about the Mitchell House, when it came time for my husband to pass, they were so welcoming to the entire family. Now, we have a large family, there's 7 children, so they were there almost 2 days in the residence there, and it could have been an imposition on the folks there, but it wasn't, because they made us feel so comfortable. The other people living there, no problem with them. So that's one of the things that I like to bring up about the Mitchell House.
Yeah, and I think the thing I would add on to that is that even towards the end with Dad, that was the same experience we had the whole time. We always felt like we were in a home. We never felt like we were in a facility. We felt like it was a true home where we were always welcomed in that home. It was a home where Dad lived. The caregivers could never have been more welcoming, as if they were entering into their own home, and always aware of our needs. And gracious hosts is how I felt they were, instead of caregivers, to be honest.
I think the caregivers went out of their way to make us feel comfortable, and Dad. I mean, it's a little extra effort to go on the back porch to maneuver when you can't walk well or move furniture around, and that they went that extra yard to help us out, and help Dad out. You could see it in his face at times. He was so grateful to him. So,
and one of the things that we experienced, along with what Sandy and David are saying, was the size of the facility. And that's what made it more intimate. Dave had been in actually 3 other large facilities, very large ones. And we just were not satisfied with the care that he was receiving. So we started searching and found the Mitchell House, and it just turned out to be a perfect match for what we needed.
And I think along with what David was talking about, the back porch, you know, one of the great memories I have with my daughters for Dad's birthday. We went over there in the Mitchell House and set up balloons, and we had a birthday cake and had pizza and had beverages on the back porch, and Dad loved being outside. And the extra effort they went to make sure that he was in a good environment for his birthday, and how welcome we were to bring dinner, to have that with him, even though it was just beverages and pizza. It was something that Dad remembered, and he loved being on that porch, and to make that extra effort to make sure he was someplace that he really enjoyed, again, was one of the more examples of having that personal attention that we always felt we had there.
and when he was a little bit healthier, we would take him out, and they would always get him dressed, well shaved, and all prepared and happy to go out. We'd go down and have a couple of beers in downtown Powell and come back, and they made it very easy for us to enjoy time with our dad.
The other thing I think I would mention is the communication piece. When Dad was in the bigger facilities, I felt times when we would try and get communication about Dad's care, his medication, his rehab. There were many times we could not get a direct answer, and there was always the ability to call, whether it was George at the Mitchell House or one of his caregivers, Becky, anybody. We could always talk to someone, and we knew we were going to get an answer.